I've had a rough day, Mac. Rough couple of days, as a matter of fact.
My name's not Mac.
You better believe it, Hank. One hell of a week. It all started 9 days ago. I was on my way to my local watering hole. It was raining. I wanted to talk to the town criers. I wanted to get the scoop. I walked into the bar and I took off my coat. Then I stopped dead at the side of her. She was a fox if ever I'd seen. In looks and guile. The name's Chuck. I said the name's
Sandra. Sandra Miles.
Sandra. It was more of a purr than a word. A whisper in the musty air. It permeated my blood, making things foggy. My eyes glazed over at the mere sound of it. Well, what do you say to a drink, Sandra?
Nothing. I don't think you would understand me.
Oh, the wit! She was an angel. I was intoxicated with the mere sight of her. She was a poison I needed more of, a destructive addiction that surreptitiously rips your life to shreds, but you have no desire to quit. Like porn. Anyways, that's when it happened.
Oh no! My inhaler! I can hardly breathe without my inhaler!
She was in danger, my sultry friend. Her breath coming shallowly from those enormous lungs. It was the case I was born for. The mystery of a lifetime. Swelling before my very eyes. Swelling. I would look everywhere for an inhaler. Would look up and down. And up and down. Left and right. Around and around. Sandra, dearest. Never fear. I'll find you. I left then. God had hurt to tear myself away from her in her moment of need. Not to mention her moment of need. I looked everywhere for the clue, but I couldn't find it. It wasn't on the floor or on this chair. It wasn't in my pocket or this guy's pocket. Not a word, friend. And then I saw it. Right there in front of me on the floor. A clue. Tempting me. Teasing me. Almost too easy. Who knows if it was a trap? Looking back, I probably should have expected it. I bent down to pick up the clue. I stopped. I realized my shoe was untied. I tied my shoe. I stood back up. I realized I'd left the clue on the ground while I had the chance. I cursed myself for my stupidity. I bent down and picked up the clue. It was a prescription for an inhaler. What sort of sly devil was behind this? I needed to talk to this Dr. Child. Ha! That's a shady name if ever I've heard. I was walking over to discuss the clue with Sandra when it
night, like none I've ever had before. I walked into my usual watering hole, and I took off my coat. I put my coat back on. Which is fortunate too, because right then, it started to rain. And that's when it happens. She's a fox if I've ever.
Would you, buddy?
What?
This is my monologue.
Oh yeah? Says who? He acts as if he owned the place.
I knew I practically owned the place. So I said, says me.
I didn't pay him any mind.
You didn't pay me any mind. So I decided to get a head start on this Dr. Child's mystery. Figured while I was out, I might pick up an inhaler for Sandra. Maybe get myself some shawarma. I took one last look at my love. And stepped out into the rain. It was a long walk. Long and dark. Not that dark. I decided to write some stuff down, get my thoughts straight. There was an eerie feeling in the air, as if there was something going on I didn't know about. Something that none of us knew about. It felt like, well, I don't know how to put it. It felt like I was walking in circles. Circling and circling the issue without ever really getting anywhere. I stepped into Dr. Childs' office. Are you Dr. Childs?
Oh, well, yes, I am, sir. How can I help you?
I knew not to trust him, so I didn't. I don't trust you, Doc. But I'm going to let it slide. Just this once.
Okay.
Cut the crap, Doc. We both know I know what sort of operation you're running here.
Pediatrician.
Ha! A likely story. But I don't care about that right now, so you're not swinging yet. You see, Doc, I got this script. And I need you to tell me anything about anybody who you might know anybody who knows anything about it.
It's for an inhaler.
You think I look dumb, Doc? You know I know that. I'm asking what you can do for me about it.
You want me to fill it?
Shh. You don't know who might be out there listening, Doc.
So you don't want...
I want you to do whatever you came here to do, Doc.
I work here.
Don't play dumb with me, Doc. I need this inhaler and I need it fast.
So you do want me...
Don't make me repeat myself, Doc. I am not a redundant man.
Okay.
Don't make me repeat myself, Doc. I am not a redundant man. He was a wily cat, this Dr. Childs. But I had him right where I wanted him. It was just a matter of time. It's always just a matter of time on these streets. Stop! I rushed over and grabbed the inhaler before he could pull his gun on me. Lucky thing, too, because that's when it happened.
Do you want a lollipop?
I left. Things were going downhill fast. And I could only be certain of three things. I knew I was dangerously behind schedule. I knew there was a killer on the loose. And I knew I hated blue raspberry. But it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. And we all have to do things we don't like. Even if we don't like them. I passed a group of street rats on the way. They had no idea how much danger they were in. How much danger any of us were in. Hell, I didn't even know. But I knew enough to stay off the streets. I stepped up off the street onto the sidewalk. But I still didn't feel safe. So I put on my helmet. All I cared about now was getting back to my Sandra as quickly as I could. I walked a bit faster. When I walked back in the bar, I heard her voice like a single perfect pure note from all the way across the room. Raise it. I strutted across the floor.
Strutted across the stage like a coward.
Like a lion, victorious.
Spelling up the place.
Would you stop? I stopped. Sandra, dearest, I got you this.
Oh, that's sweet, but Lance here found mine. It was in my coat pocket. Isn't he sweet?
They left, then. The two of them. Lance putting his arm around Sandra as they did. I was defeated.
You were totally defeated.
I was slightly defeated.
You was absolutely...
I felt all right. At least I was more handsome than that Lance character. And at least the helmet the peddler had given me doubled as a cup. I sat down to drown my sorrows. No! I couldn't even do that. The gypsy had lied to me and the helmet was a terrible cup. I sat then for a minute, musing on life. It's a funny thing, life. A fickle beast. I'd saved the world and everyone in it. Thankless. I thought of all the people I'd saved. The children, the doctors, the fathers, the lawyers. They'd never know. I turned my coat up against the rain. So that's my story, boss. Depressing, I know. A man, a woman, undeniable passion, and a whirlwind of unfortunate events and circumstances that make it impossible for their ardent spark to grow into the flames of love.
Well, I'm sorry, sir.
At least I have you, friend.
I have to stand here until you leave.
Pour me another one, boss.
This is a grocery store.
I won't tell if you don't.
Please,